All right, Will Robinson, of course, Acting Up and Acting Up Radio, brought to you by KidsCasting at kidscasting.com. You can go there, get a profile, and of course, check out the audition leads. Submit, and hopefully you'll get called in for an audition. Now, I will tell you that you can see that we have a wing, a wing of the theater, and normally it has a curtain, and then someone would come out and we'd go, ta-da, this is the guest for the show. But unfortunately, I don't have a curtain, so you see my guest right now, but I'm not going to tell you who they are yet, okay? First of all, I want to get into the fact that if you're on kidscasting.com, you know that it is a casting network. A lot of times we have people saying, oh, I want you to see my kids and I want you to represent them or rep them. And unfortunately, we are not an agent. We are definitely a casting network. Now, if you're getting in this industry, moms and dads, with your kids, you do know that, of course, all the auditions that you get, you can submit to them, and hopefully you'll get a chance to go in. But knowledge is the key, and that's where we come in and give you all the information you need, hopefully getting you through the learning curve, because there is a big learning curve out there, and there also is a big curve of very crooked and scammy people, and we want to make sure you get the right information and that you don't do the wrong things. So the fact is that today I wanted to bring a guest on. Of course, I'm bringing the guest on with her mom, who I would say at this point would be the momager. I think they call it that, like the manager, mom, and they call it a momager or a dadager. And in this case, this is Nancy. This is Lily Bradley. This is her mother. And so they're the dynamic duo getting Lily out there in the world of acting, modeling, and performing. So welcome to the show, you two.
Hi. Hi.
Yeah, very excited to have you on the show. Now, I know that you have a kids casting profile, and it looks really good. I have to tell you, one of the things I want to commend you on that a lot of times I see on the kids casting profile is sometimes the pictures aren't that good, like it's a sideways pictures of someone, or the kids have got dirt or candy or ice cream all over their face, but your picture is really great, and you can certainly check out your profile. We will put it in the story link. You did a really good shot. Plus, I think you did something very clever, and you did it green screen. Was that your idea to do the green in the background, Mom?
No, we just had them on there already.
Okay, because that's really cool. Because then you could take that out and you could put in any backdrop technically that you wanted to put in there. So that's kind of clever. But one of the things I wanted to tell you that we appreciate at Kids Casting is that when you do what you did, which is called a headshot, that looks really good. You're smiling, Lily, which is very important. And we can see your face full. So that way, if a casting director or a director or a producer is looking, they'll go, oh, great, this is a little girl next door type, and she could do this type or that type. And you have a very good understanding so far of what you need to do as an actor. So let me ask you, either Mom or Lily, you can both answer this, but how did you get started? What was the idea? Did you see something on TV and went, ooh, this would be fun?
Well, we got started with Millie Lewis, which is a modeling and agency here in Greenville, South Carolina. Lily's a dancer as well.
Oh, great.
So we were actually referred to Millie Lewis with our studio owner, who knows the lady Barbara Corral, who owns Millie Lewis. And
Okay.
so Lily started with classes. And then Millie Lewis actually asked us if we would be open to some other jobs in which,
Wow.
yeah, so it was really great. It was a fantastic opportunity. So Lily's been able to do some modeling with a local retailer here, Hamricks, and
Right.
that's kind of where we got started.
That's awesome. Now, we say dance, Lily. What's your favorite style of dance? Ballet, jazz, tap, modern, hip hop?
Okay. Jazz?
Jazz. Good answer. Good answer, because I will tell you that if any of you kids and moms and dads are out there, jazz is probably one of the best things to learn if you start, because musical theater. I spent 25 years in musical theater, and I studied a lot of ballet, cicchetti, and a lot of tap and different things, but you will find that jazz ballet is a primary dance of any kind of musical theater. With that being said, have you ever done any musicals?
She does do music theater.
Good.
Actually, she participated in our company's finale this past season, which they did The Greatest Showman.
Oh, wonderful. That's great. So, What do you think? Would you like to do some more theater or musical theater too?
Yes.
How's your singing? Pretty good.
We're working on it.
That's awesome. Now, one of the things I looked at and I asked questions before we came on the air about what you wanted to do, and I know that you, like many other young people, would love to do Disney or Nickelodeon or something like that. What are some of the things that you have, I guess, come across audition-wise, Mom? Have you come across any auditions? I know on KidsCasting we have a lot of auditions for different things on there, but what are some of the things that you are finding that Lily is trying to go out for, auditioning for, or
Um,
submitting?
well, we've opened her up to quite a few things. We've she's I guess submitted for castings from everything from commercials to HBO and Netflix series.
Wonderful.
Yeah, like we recently submitted for Ivan, and there was another HBO series that just recently came across. And then yesterday we actually submitted for a Chick-fil-A
Oh,
commercial.
great. Now, one of the things that we face a lot, I hear on the broadcast when I do through Kids Casting on Instagram. By the way, you can look on the bottom of the screen here and see the Instagram that we have. I get a lot of people saying, well, I submitted for a lot of stuff, but I've never gotten an answer back. I can assume, because, Mom, you look like you're really in it to win it, that you're out there submitting as much as you can for Lily. Do you have an idea of how many things you've submitted through Kids Casting lately in the last week, 2 weeks?
In the last 2 weeks, it's probably been about maybe seven.
Wow, good,
Things that we have to look at her dates and make sure that we can actually attend.
good.
She's had several callbacks, so
Wonderful.
we just actually received notification that she's going to be submitted for I guess it's a school film
Sure,
that'll be shooting about 2 hours north of us.
wonderful.
So we've had quite a bit.
Sure, sure. Well, that's one of the things is I know, Lily, that it's very difficult that when you don't get someone to respond back to you, but as you, I think, know, because you've been doing this long enough, that there's a lot of submitting, but there's not a lot of callbacks in regards to even saying you have an audition, because there are so many people that are submitting. It is a very difficult world. Let me ask you, Mom, you're obviously there as a constant support for Lily, that you let her know that you don't take it personally, or let's work on this or work on that. Are you active on preparing her for auditions?
Yes, yes. Whatever we're submitting her for, we kind of spend some time touching base on those things. With the classes that she attended with Millie Lewis, they spent time on reading lines
Oh,
and
great.
so forth. If we're submitting her for modeling, we also spend time working on walking and turns and eye contact, things like that.
Wonderful. In the Parent Academy, a lot of people don't know, and we have some new features coming out with the Parent Academy. I do a lot of the video educational stuff on how to do headshots or self-taping. Have you all had a chance to look through any of the articles in there?
Yeah, I've looked through quite a few of the articles
Good, good.
that's being provided, and we're getting good guidance
Good.
on those things.
Yeah, I would say that knowledge is definitely the key in this industry, because you can go down the wrong path or get opportunities sent to you. Has Lily ever had anybody saying representation wise, or we would love to shoot your portfolio, it'll cost you money? Have you had any incidences in general across when she's been doing this, that anybody said, hey, give us money and we'll make her a star? Because that happens a lot in the young person's industry. Or have you been lucky?
Well, we were contacted by MMG,
Okay,
and we have recently signed on with them. And in July,
good,
specifically, like the mid-July, she'll travel to New York City, and
wonderful.
they're gonna shoot her portfolio,
Right.
and we're gonna meet the folks at MMG in New
That's
York City.
wonderful. Yeah. Again, this is an industry that's there's a lot of opportunity, but again, the biggest problem for parents is that it's constantly kind of shelling out money because kids change so quickly.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that I've tried to educate folks either on the broadcast or on this show here that it's definitely not and you know this, Mom, it's a commitment. It's a commitment because you're constantly trying to make sure your kids are doing their homework. You're making sure that they're being good kids. And on top of that, they're trying I guess you could say, a small career in doing this, and it's very difficult. Can you touch on that at all?
Well, I mean, it is a juggling. I mean, my husband and I both work full time. She dances usually about 5 days a week.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we're also attending gymnastics and modeling classes. And so, I mean, it's a juggle. You know, we have to check our schedules to make sure that the things that we're making commitments to, that we can actually get there.
Yeah.
And you know, so anything that we submit for, we check, make sure that we're available, and that Lily's set and good to go for it. We actually had to recently turn down a job because Lily had a school obligation. So yeah, it was actually really disappointing. It was a 3-day job and over on the beach shooting. For modeling. So, but however, we have to kind of weigh that out.
Balance. Yeah, you balance it out. Hey, Lily, so if someone says to you, hey, we have an audition for a Disney film, or you can go to your friend's birthday party, which one would you take?
Disney.
All right, rock star. Yeah, I think a lot of times that families, I think sometimes people think in this industry you'll press a button. And we know, us here, we know that it's not that easy, and you're constantly you have to compromise, and you have to give up some things that you want to do. And at this age, it's difficult because I have an 8-year-old, and she is the same way. She would rather go do some of her other stuff sometimes, but right now she's at Grandma and Grandpa's swimming. But sometimes this industry calls upon you, and you have to do it. So let me ask you, when you get older or grow up, do you have anything that you want to be, or do you want to be strictly a performer and actor?
He's asking you.
You could be a vet. You could be whatever you wanted to be. President.
I want to be an actor.
Okay. Well, that's a good answer, but I know Mom's going to go, yeah, but you're going to get an education.
Yeah.
Because my daughter has said the same thing, and I'm like, yeah. My daughter said, I want to be just like you, Dad. I'm like, no, I want you to be the employed actor. No, I'm kidding. And it is very difficult. So going forward, young lady, what are some of the things that you think that you're going to work on? Are you going to continue to dance? Do you do any gymnastics? What are some of the things you want to do? Because I did notice you have some special skills. My favorite one is making people laugh. I love that you put making people laugh. So with that being said, is there any other special skills that you think you'd like to learn? Or tricks or unicycle or juggling or... I put her on the spot.
Tricks.
Yeah, more tricks. More different things. That's one of the other things I tell people all the time, is because I have a bunch of different variety skills, is that the more you know, folks out there, and the more skills you have, whether it's quad skating, ice skating, whatever, sometimes better the odds are that you can get picked up on an audition, because they don't want someone to learn that when they're having you come into the audition. They would rather people know already how to do a magic trick or maybe ice skate or whatever it happens to be. Well, okay, so hey, what's your Instagram, Lily, if you don't mind? Do you have an Instagram account, Mom? Or Lily?
She does have an Instagram.
Because that is one of the things we talk about all the time, that becoming an Instagram influencer is just keeping people up to date on what you're doing.
You remember what the Instagram is?
Oh, we'll find it. Oh, wait, there it is.
She does have an Instagram.
I put it at the bottom of the screen. You can see it right now. You can't see it, but if you're interested in checking out Lily's Instagram, you can check it out. It's on the bottom of the screen. And, of course, on KidsCasting and KidsCasting.com, you can check that out as well. We're always doing live broadcasts and doing other stuff. I'm just going to check my notes here to see if there's anything else. So, Mom, basically in the future, is there anything else that you would love, that you would like to see come from the education of your daughter getting into this industry, or anything else that you think it would be great if KidsCasting did? I'd love to hear that, if you can think about that. But other than that, it looks like you're doing well. How are you doing in school, by the way?
Good.
Good grades?
A student.
Good. That's awesome.
She's
What's your
an
favorite
A student.
subject?
Is on honor roll.
Oh, great. What's your favorite subject?
What's your favorite subject?
Recess.
Recess. I don't know if that's a subject. You like history, math, science?
Math.
Math. Never enough young ladies in math. We know that. That's one of the statistics they show that, unfortunately, women in math has not been so good. And now I'm here to tell you my daughter is really big in math too, and it's really good that you want to study that. Okay, I think that's it. I really am glad you came on the show, and we'll let everybody know about you and check it out. And they can check out your profile, which, by the way, it's on the bottom of the screen. And you're going to check out the spotlight here on KidsCasting.com. Thanks for coming on, Lily.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nancy.
Thanks for having us.
All right. Hey, folks, we're going to go to a small break, and when we come back, I don't know what we'll do, but we'll be right back.